78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash that like button as you come on in. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. I'm joined by a very special guest, my brother Two Raw for TV, aka Apocalypse X-Man. Two Raw, tell the people where they can find you, G.
Yeah, they can find me here on YouTube, Too Raw for TV, as you said, aka the handle is Apocalypse X-Man, and they can also find me under Too Raw for TV on the Rumble.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms on Rumble, uh, Instagram, all that good stuff, YouTube,
But yeah, I'm
everything.
also on Instagram, and also forgot I got an account on Twitter/X too.
Indeed. Stephen A. Smith, Lord have mercy. This guy here, man. Listen, I'm not finna bore y'all with the whole history of Stephen A. Smith. Let's just what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this content from Sage Steele's YouTube page, I think, and then I'm gonna play this content, and then we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna do a reaction to it. Her a few minutes of the content, just a few minutes of it. The interview, I'm sure, is a great interview, and I gotta go back and dissect it. But I need to look. I want to play something real quick for y'all. Let me share my screen. Share my screen real quick. And let's find out what's going on. Facebook. Okay, here we go. Can you see that too, Raw?
Yes.
Okay, let's play it.
I said I want him gone by the end of the week.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's be clear. I don't want nobody to be confused. Stephen A. Smith is telling Sage Steele on her show that his niece was dating a guy, and his niece wanted some advice on the guy. Like, what type of guy is this, uncle, and this, and that. Stephen A. Smith talks to the guy, and the guy says he don't want to be a gangster. He don't want to be a robber. He don't want to be a YN. He don't want to be a thug. He says he wants to be a garbage man. Mind you, garbage men have insurance. They make decent money for today's society. They got health benefits. They work in an honest living. But listen to Stephen A. Smith's response.
No, Steve, no. Start instantly crying, whatever. I said, I want him gone. I said, there's nothing to talk about. I don't want to see his here again. This is a true story. So my little niece calls me up. She's like, Uncle Steven, what you seeing? Blah, 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 blah. And I drive and I see this brother. He's a senior in high school. Brother about 6'4", athlete, basketball player. So I tell her to go inside. Let me sit out there, play basketball, let him talk with him the whole bit. And he starts talking about, his aspirations and all this other stuff. And so I said, so when you going to college? You ain't going to college. So what you planning on doing? He's like, Mrs. Smith, I want to be a garbage man. I went like this. What? Garbage man. Now, let me be very, very clear. It's an honest living. I'm not.
Oh, hold. You just said, let me be clear. It's an honest living. Okay, so what are we talking about?
Judging anybody for that. But that's for grown men who tried other things and.
Okay, so all garbage men, according to Stephen A. Smith, you all failed at something else in life, and now you're stuck being a garbage man, according to Stephen A. Smith.
The alternative was to make sure you landed in that position. It ain't for you to be aspiring for it. As a high school student, I said to him, okay, all right, nice to meet you, bro. So I walk into the house. I'm like, oh, hell no. Get rid of him. I want him gone by the end of the week.
Was he?
And yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was very upset, but she listened to Uncle. Why does that matter? Because I got 2 daughters. I was that way with my niece. How do you think I'm going to be with you?
I'm going to pray for them.
You should. You should.
Okay, so that was a painful watch for me because as a brother who has came up in the streets and I've seen, I don't know this man's background. This young brother who proudly told Stephen A. Smith his aspirations was to be a garbage man. How do you know that this brother wasn't the first in his family to graduate high school, go to, you know what I'm saying? How do you know that everybody in his family wasn't thugs and gangsters and or bums? And then he looking at like, man, I'm gonna be a garbage man. Garbage man make a lot of money. Instead of you saying, hey man, you know you can do more than that. Instead of you using your position to get him some game to inspire him even greater than that, you shit on him, shun him, and make him feel like he's of a lesser class than you. He's some what do you call that shit?
Elitist.
Yeah, some elitist type of. What is that? Like, bro, how do you talk to a man who told he looked your niece like him? He liked your niece. The man was confident enough to tell you he wanted to be a garbage man. That okay? So I hear you, Stephen A. I get it. You on another level. So a garbage man to you is beneath you. I get that part. But this is a man dealing with your niece. So unless you prepared to take care of your niece for the rest of her life, pay all her bills, I'm trying to figure out why do you have a problem with her being with a regular man? This is the problem in society today. I feel like dudes like Stephen A. Smith, men of means, men of power, are low-key encouraging women, encouraging their nieces, daughters, and all that stuff to be with guys who are basically playboys. See, you doing exactly what you intended not to do. You moving your daughter towards dealing with guys who are gonna be so financially stable, so financially independent, they really don't need your daughter. And they're gonna use her, they're gonna abuse her. What Rick James say? Use and abuse him. That's what's gonna happen. Like you lining your daughters up for to get treated like some 3 or 4s. What you doing? But anyway, what was your thoughts when you first seen this clip?
It reinforced my prior beliefs that Stephen A. Smith is an elitist, a snob. He always references, like, for instance, when he was following teams as a regular journalist, like going to locker rooms, he would mention the conditions of the hotel rooms he would stay in. If they weren't 5-star hotels, he would complain about that. He would complain about if he goes to Milwaukee or if he goes to Phoenix, there's nothing there. Like, unless it's LA or Miami, everything else, or New York, everything's beneath him. So he's always come across to me as a snob. Always put his nose up like in the air. And, recently, like when he was critiquing Jaylen Brown's Twitch stream, like, your setup looks garbage. Like, who was looking at that?
Yeah, nobody. Elitist to the fullest. Yeah,
exactly. I didn't even notice that. I'm looking at Jaylen Brown. He's a snob, bro, and he looks at he's just a dude that looks down on everybody else, and you see that a lot with a lot of those guys in general. I'm not talking about everybody, but I noticed a lot of people in the sports industry that are very successful. They're black or in that space. I noticed certain things like, well, maybe I should go into that, but I was just going to say, like,
say how you want to say. I would say
okay, well, like, I noticed, for instance, like Rich Paul. Why is it that he does his podcast with somebody not of his ethnicity, of the dominant society? LeBron, when he goes to podcast, Shannon Sharp and Draymond Green are his biggest supporters, but yet he hasn't not one time been on any of their podcasts. But he'll go to Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He'll go to Pat McAfee. So just certain things I noticed with these guys and their thinkings, as far as like status and what they expect. Because I think we talked about before.
It's a psychological breakdown of the jig.
Right. Because like we said before, before about this whole situation, if that had been a white boy and he aspired to be in sanitation, Stephen A. Smith probably wouldn't have reacted that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and you said this, he would have probably thought to himself, okay, well, this guy, he's probably aspiring to be in management. He's going to be maybe a president in this situation.
Right,
maybe his father was in that business, blue collar worker. He envisioned him totally different, like Ray Barone, like Barone Sanitation from The Sopranos or something.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Right.
And for those who don't know what this is magnified 1,000,000 times under a microscope. This is the jig germ that has been isolated and magnified. Can y'all see the jig germ? And then Stephen A. Smith has it. Stage Still has it. All of them have it. Jason Woodlock have it. You know what I'm saying? Some might have it in different quantities, but they got it. All of them got it. Now look. My thing is this. I understand having a high standard for your babies, for your kids, and your niece and nephew. I do too. But I'm not about to knock. If my daughter come to me and tell me she like this guy, he treat her good, he make her feel good, and he wants to be a garbage man, that's his plan. If she really like him, I want to meet him. And Stephen A. Smith said he met him. So then I'm going to meet him. And when he told me, I'm going to ask him why. I never heard Stephen A. Smith ask this dude one time why he wanted to be in sanitation. He never explained that. He just said he heard the dude said, and then he just said, oh, hell no. But why didn't you ask him? Because maybe he would have told you what's wrong with sanitation. I mean, my daddy was a crackhead. My granddaddy was a fisherman. My mama was a hoe. To him, sanitation sounds like, you know what I'm saying, that I'm doing something good. Maybe you can give him some game on how to progress past that. Regardless, that's an extreme example. I'm just using that to say that you never know somebody's story, right? So why would you come on Say Still page and crap on this dude and you don't even know his story? Now, one time did you tell us his story? What's his story? What's wrong with making $80,000 a year? I know you make you got $100 million contract, Stephen A., but that's not everybody's reality. Unless you are going to take care of your niece for the rest of her life, I'm trying to figure out why you have a problem with her dating a guy who make $80,000 a year. Because one of my homeboys is a garbage man. I don't know exactly what he make, but I know he never called me asking to borrow no money ever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what he make, but he worked for the city. Same way construction workers work for the city. They lay down pavement and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I go play cards. I ain't never had no conversation with him about how much money he make. But sometimes he pull up on his route, will come through my yard. And I see him, I'm like, what up, dog? Whoa. I don't look down on him. He picking up my trash. And at the same time, he living like he a solid brother. He living like a man. We all have a role to play in society. Everybody can't be a boss. Everybody can't be a podcast host. Everybody can't be whatever y'all niggas is trying to do out here in these YouTube streets. Somebody, we all have a position to play. Somebody has to be a mechanic. Somebody has to be a garbage man. Somebody has to be the nigga who making your pizzas. Somebody has to be the Uber driver. Somebody has to be a cab driver. Somebody has to be the policeman, the fireman. Everybody has a role to play. Stephen A., just because you're a millionaire and you have gotten to nigga boss status, I say nigga boss because you ain't the boss yet. Because them white folk, you one allegation away from being unemployed, brother. Just so you know. You see what's happening with Marcellus Wiley. You one allegation away. All you got to do is piss off the right white folks and your ass is out of here, Stephen A. Trust me. You never get too comfortable in thinking we ain't in no position. Black folks ain't in no position to start shitting on garbage men who making an honest living. That's crazy. Go ahead, Tura.
I was just thinking, like, one of the most iconic television characters in television history, especially in the black community, was a garbage man, Rock.
Oh man, Rock, for sure.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And Rock was a hero. Rock wasn't poor. He was like a middle class, a middle class guy. Lived with his younger brother, his wife, and the father. He was taking care of them. He was, a community leader, popular in the community. Was trying to clean up his community with some of the element that was there that he was trying to get rid of, and he actually had a positive effect on the dude that was a dope dealer on the show, right? The guy that played Pookie. Right.
I should have said that. Damn it. I messed up. Oh, Chauncey, yeah, I got you though.
Right. But
Clifton Powell.
Yeah, Clifton Powell. Yeah, but so it's like, where did we go from that being a positive character or a positive job role? I remember in the 90s, there was nothing wrong with aspiring to be a sanitation worker or a bus driver or a police officer or any middle class job. Now it's like, especially in our community, it's like either dudes aspire to be one extreme or almost the other. Like this song, what's the song now? The Sweeping the Nation by the Young Miami.
Oh, the scamming, the spin that shit.
Yeah, either you aspiring to be a scammer slash bum, just going after scams, or people will do anything they can, which I guess is tied to the same thing, to go to the other extreme and make as much money as possible. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to make a lot of money, but everybody's not going to be a millionaire. Everybody's not going to be Stephen A. Smith, or everybody's not going to be, Jay-Z or whatever, right? So most of us got to be realistic and aspire to be something that's reasonable. That's another thing too. Most of these young dudes, they aspire to be things that are unreasonable. Like, if anything, I'd have been troubled if I'm Stephen A. Smith and that young dude said, I want to be an NBA player. Okay, that's cool, but is that really reasonable? Not everybody's going to be an NBA player. Like a one in $100,000 shot to be an NBA player. But him saying, I want to be in sanitation, well, like you said, his father may have been in that profession. Maybe his father's his hero. Like that didn't sit well with me at all, man. Stephen A. Smith, that's a very screwed up mindset he got, man.
Right. Yeah, man. Stephen A. is just I'm disappointed in Stephen A. I know he a jig and all that. I've accepted that part of it. But I am disappointed in the fact that this brother will go, him and Sage Steele and all the rest of them, him and Sage Steele and what's the other, Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley, all of them act like they different, but they all the same. To me, they all the same to me. And they got slight differences, but it's levels to it. It's like, okay, I know it's going to be extreme, but I'm going to give this example. You got creepazoids, right? You got creepazoids. You got PDF files. Some of them only mess with babies, literally from newborns to 5 years old. They messing with babies. Some of them mess with 5 years old to 12 years old. That's what they do. Some of them mess with 12 years old to 15, whatever. I don't know. I'm using that as an example.
Right.
But the whole point is, they PDF files. Y'all think y'all see the guy who messed with the 12-year-old. He think he better than the guy who messed with the babies. And he like, oh nah, man, you a creep. See me? I don't mess with no babies. I'm different from you, Stephen A. You and Jason Whitlock is the same. Y'all just get, you know what I'm saying? You know,
It's just different levels. It's just different levels, but the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly. So it is what it is. Wait, Tua, are you saying something?
No. I was saying it's just you're right. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
you know,
that's exactly what it is. It's the level. It's different levels of the same thing. That's what irritates me. So even with the Marcellus Wiley situation, people try to say, "Oh, well, man, she lying on him and she doing." Listen, bro, his wife might be lying on him. She might be. My whole point is, why are y'all defending Marcellus Wiley all of a sudden, but y'all didn't defend Diddy, right? Because you don't like Diddy. You didn't defend Shannon Sharp because you don't like Shannon Sharp. But when it comes to this dude, now you want to defend him and all your logic, everything we tried to tell y'all when the Diddy case was going on, everything we tried to tell y'all when Michael Irvin case was going on, everything we tried to tell y'all when Shannon Sharp case, y'all didn't want to hear none of it. But finally you understand because it's somebody you like, and Marcellus Wiley. Guess who don't give a fuck now? Me. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care either.
Yeah.
Nope, don't care. Nope.
Yeah, we're later for that. But anyway, Tua, what you think about that? I know it's a whole different video, but what you think about that Marcellus Wiley situation?
I think
we could do a separate video if you want to.
I mean, I could give like a brief, comment, observation about it. I mean, I pretty much have similar thoughts. Like, some of the things that she says don't make sense. Like, if this guy graped you, and we gotta say grape because it's YouTube, but if this guy graped you in 2012 and then again in 2018 and 2019 or whatever, all these different times, but then you are still with you still wound up getting married to the dude years later, and then you got all these photographs of you smiling with this guy, and he was sharing text messages just the day of the supposed incident. Y'all were cordial. I mean, yeah, it's pretty clear as day that she's making up a lot of this stuff, or she's exaggerating and putting a lot of dubs on it. But at the same time, I've also seen a lot of evidence to suggest that he's a shady dude, Marcellus Wiley. He's a shady dude. Like the way that he did Jason Whitlock. Now, I don't have no love for Jason Whitlock, but the way that Emmanuel Ocho shaded Marcellus Wiley at FS1, Wiley did the same things to Jason Whitlock, which is why they weren't cool for a long time. And, it still don't explain a lot of other things. Okay, if the wife is lying, what about all the other ladies that have these other allegations? That's what we kept hearing about Diddy. Well, all of them can't be lying. Well, I choose to believe not all these women are lying about Marcellus Wiley.
Yeah.
They don't know the wife. They don't know her.
Right.
But it seems to me like he puts his hands on women.
Hey, I don't put nothing past Marcellus Wiley. Listen, one thing about conservative jigs is that the media has a way of covering up their downfall and things that they done wrong. Stephen A. Smith had a whole woman out here. She clearly had mental health issues, I ain't gonna lie. But she was saying some stuff that ended up being true, like the stuff she said about Molly. She said Molly finna get up out of there, woo. So that's how I know Stephen A. Smith been pillow talking with the bitch. But Ain't nobody talking about her. When me and you did plenty of videos about this chick and Stephen A. But the mainstream media did not pick that up. It was only on real low underground black media. Even black media on YouTube didn't talk about it, bro.
Nope.
I'm like, what the hell is going
That
on? Why is
shocked me.
it crazy?
That shocked me. Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked. That even black YouTube didn't pick up on that. It was so much juicy content from behind that. Nobody picked up on the stuff this one was saying. And I'm like, wow, Stephen A is protected by the lords of hell. I'm trying to tell you.
But nah, it's something to that though, man. It's like there's this undercover. It's like this undercover buck dance protection agency or something, man. Because I remember what's that guy name, man? It was evidence that came out that what's that guy name? Real ignorant, man. And all that evidence came out that he was how can I say this? He was doing a whole bunch of zesty things with the dominant society.
Wait, who are you talking about?
I can't think of his name right now. What was that guy name? The dude that be talking sometimes like he's slow. The dude that's the super king, CON. What's his name? Jesse Lee Peterson.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When I was doing videos about that mess, I said this and it's like everybody completely ignored it.
Yeah, bro, I did one video about that Jesse Lee Peterson stuff. I think I might have got like 900 views, bro. Once I seen that, I said, wow. Yeah, everybody in on this. This is a conspiracy, bro. How the hell this man, Jesse Lee Peterson, been a grandmaster jig for years, and everybody should be waiting on him to get caught up in some mess, and YouTube algorithm ain't pushing this. Nah, buddy. Yeah, they protected him, Stephen A. Smith. Even the video I did the video about Stephen A. when he told that little stupid lie about how he used to be out there playing basketball in Queens at the court, and the drug dealers would stop hustling for him to shoot hoops. I did my video, cooked them, right? YouTube sent me some email talking about they're gonna remove the video. No, they said the video can't be monetized. I didn't curse not one time in the whole video, but they said the video can't be monetized. I said, what the hell is this? What the fuck? I said, okay, I got you. I see what's going on here. Politics, man. Politics. It's what it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, hey, make sure y'all check out my brother 2 Alpha TV, aka Apocalypse X-Man, and check me out on Rumble, 78 Sports TV on YouTube, on Rumble, on all social media. We finna cook on this, man, and let me know in the chat what y'all think about Stephen A. Smith claiming that he don't want his niece dating a garbage man. And my thing is, cool, if you don't want her dating a garbage man, but you have to be prepared to like take care of her then. Like, I mean, because the garbage man can take care of her. If you don't want this woman calling you every time her cell phone bills due, every time her rent due, she need a man. And a man who make $80,000 a year is a man. I don't understand what that means. Like, because he haul garbage, he trash now. Like, what are we talking about here?
Can I say? Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I say one last thing?
Mm-hmm.
Just a historical tidbit. The last thing that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did as far as activism was trying to fight for sanitation workers to receive equal pay. Black sanitation workers receive equal pay as their white counterparts. So if you think that that's not important or they don't have a vital role in the community, you saw what happened when these workers went on strike in Philadelphia. And Philadelphia turned to the stankiest, nastiest goddamn city that you can think of. Let sanitation workers stop doing their job and see what happened to your city.
That's what people don't understand. That's why I said earlier, if my garbage don't get picked up on the day it's supposed to get picked up, listen, you know how sometimes they have holidays and where the garbage, you miss your garbage day, like they don't come pick it up for a couple days.
Right.
That garbage start backing up. Oh man, you have a fit. You be like, man, what the city, what they doing? Because ain't none of us that want to put that garbage in the back of our truck, back of our car, and drive it off somewhere, haul it off somewhere. None of us want to do that. So let's not act like garbage men are not important. They are important. Everybody has a role to play. Police officers have a role to play. People say F the police and all that sounds good. It sounds great. I get it. Police officers will irritate you and all that. I get that part. However, what we not gonna do is act like we don't need the police. I'm not finna listen to you monkeys. The reason why is because I know what happens. Soon somebody pull up in front of your house talking crazy, busting guns in the window and all that stuff, shooting at the house. First thing you finna do instinctively is call the police. Because you ain't Rambo unless you John Rambo, unless you Commando and you finna come out the side of the house and you finna lay everybody down and you gonna eliminate all the bodies like you a mafia boss. You ain't finna do that. You finna call the police. So cut the cap. Cut the cap, man. But anyway, all them people necessary, and garbage men make more than police officers, just so you know, Stephen A.
Yeah.
But I wonder what he would say if his daughter said, if his niece said that she was dating a guy who inspired to be a police officer, who make less than a garbage man. I wonder what he would say. I bet you he wouldn't have trashed the dude. I bet you.
No.
It's the stigma of being a garbage man.
Yeah. They all think everybody. I think I'm trying to be funny, but I think when people think about garbage men, they think about Reverend Slappy from Lean on Me and shit.
Oh man!
All those nasty ass stains in this beautiful. But that's not how most people I know that worked in that position or work in that position are some of the cleanest people. They're the cleanest, but I know people now in my family that works, because YouTube is a place where you got trolls. I don't want to give away, too much of my personal business, but I got people in my family that work in sanitation. I have a friend of mine who's very successful, who used to work in sanitation when he was younger. He said it was one of the funnest jobs he ever had. And he never looked down on it. So I don't know why all of a sudden now it's something that is a bad thing. It's stupid. I never understood that. Like you said, they make a lot of money. You got a union usually. It's a city job. Benefits. Usually got paid holidays. A lot of them get their birthday off or whatever. I don't understand what the stigma is.
Right. Yeah, it's just ridiculous nonsense, man. But Stephen A. Smith is just an elitist, and he needs to relax though, because listen, bro, you gotta relax, fam. Now you got daughters out here, you gotta relax. But anyway, I want to thank my brother Two Off TV for pulling up on us, and good collaboration today. Make sure y'all check out the brother Two Off TV, aka Apocalypse X-Man, and check me out on Rumble. Check both of us out on Rumble. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty ldbc. We're about to hit those deuces.
Peace.